And the small business, you got to teach people, look, if somebody works hard and smarter, you got to give a bit more, right? You got to share profits, or say you get a bonus, you get or get some ownership. There's lots of ways. Let each businessman, let's say, in a small business, the tax man has no business to be in a small business, right? Because small business want to grow, and they rather hire a new employee, and the governments make more monies by income tax from the employees, because small business make very little monies, and they rather buy a new machine or hire an employee so they can grow. And so if we take that the red tape off and the business taxes and all what goes along with it, the tax people analyzing, when you be a small business, can you write that off? You had some beef stew with a customer, etc., etc. Like all the regulation you got to go through. If you free small businesses, right, we could really the economy would blossom and bloom, right? So we gotta get the state out of small business, have a minimum, only two regulations, workplace safety and the environment. You cannot dump poison environment in your backyard. So if we give small business the freedom to operate and take the regulators out and the taxmen out, man, the economy would just boom, right? And everybody would benefit. Workers would make more money. It's their purchasing power, right? It's the whole thing is we need economic charters of rights. And again, to simplify, as I started out to say, all politicians, all business people, well, all people agree. If the economy doesn't work, nothing else will work. If the economy doesn't work, you cannot feed the hungry. You cannot look after the most fragile people, the elderly, the sick, the handicapped. So we must do everything we can. It's the economy, the economy, the economy. And the economy works better if workers participate. That's we got to see. Every businessman would make more money, but most of all, we could eliminate poverty. I think that's what it's all about.
Well, that would be a lovely thing.